boys and girls. It's the new ride, man. That's right. I know. Trust me. I know. I never in a million years thought I would ever even consider going back to a HD. So here's the thing, man. I don't want to talk about work on this channel, like, at all. And we want to put that behind us. As a matter of fact, we're going to be changing the channel name here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up. But where do we start, man? Back in the day at work, you know, many of you guys know I rode motorcycles at work. We started off on the KZ1000. I started riding motors for the department, for the city, for my employer back in, what's that? Is that an electric bike? Go ahead, buddy. That's tiny. What is that? It looks electric. Yeah, 2004 I started riding motorcycles for work, right? And then 2006-ish, around there, Kawasaki said, hey, we're not making the KZ1000 anymore. So then we transitioned. Most places went to the BMW or the ST, the Honda ST13, I think it is. Well, we didn't. We went with the Harley-Davidson Electric Glide standards, the cop bike, you know, the Harley cop bikes. So you got the spikes on your backpack, buddy. Oh, from 2006 to about 2010, and let me tell you, I talked about this before, we've had a ton of issues with that bike. We had a lot of problems with them. I worked, you know, for a large West Coast municipal agency, and man, they would overheat all the time. We had issues with the suspension. We had issues with the, I'm not a cop, dude. That's the one thing I got. We'll talk about that in a minute. We even started getting cracks in the frames, like right around the kickstand and stuff. The starter, stator issues, electrical issues. It was a nightmare. And, you know, the pipes extended past the rear tire, and the kickstand, it was so low that you couldn't even, like, ride up and down curbs without denting the pipes or without ripping the kickstand off. You'd rip that spring off the kickstand, you'd be dead in the water. So we had issues with it, man, and, you know, we got a smoking deal from the manufacturer, obviously. That's why they went with them. But the maintenance and stuff was just astronomical. It was through the roof. And back then, at the time, BMW wasn't willing to let our own mechanics work on our bikes, which is one of the reasons why they went with Harley in the first place. So that's a Buell. Nice. I thought it was electric. That's weird. He just got the pipe underneath. It's so quiet. I lose my train of thought so easily these days. I hated them, dude. I mean, I thought I would like them and stuff, but it was just for work purposes, for what we did. It just wasn't functional. It wasn't a good bike for us. I mean, it's different if you're on the highway as a state trooper or something, but it just didn't work for us, and I didn't like them, man. And nice bug. So I never thought I'd get one. I used to have a saying. I would say, buy a Harley, or no, ride a Harley, ride the best, ride a mile, walk the rest. That's what I used to say, because it was true. They would break down all the time, man. We had to, like, retrofit a special lift for our tow trucks, man, just to pick up all these dead Harleys all over the city. And listen, it's so low, dude. I just dragged my floorboard. Actually, I think I just dragged the saddlebag. But anyway, this here is a 2015 Ultra Limited. It's got the 103 in it. It's got the Rushmore package, right? So the saddlebags and stuff are different, but it's not a Milwaukee 8. But it does have the liquid cooled heads and all that stuff. So what Harley did in 2014, I think it was, on the touring bikes, they did a deal with they put a new, what do you call it, a new frame, and they did a bunch of changes, man, and they improved the bike in a lot of ways. And then later on, you got the Milwaukee 8 that came out, which changed everything on the bike. So, and I like the way they look, dude. They're cool looking bikes and stuff. But, I never thought I'd consider having one. So about a year and a half ago, I never even looked at them, dude. I was looking at the BMW, the K16, obviously the RT 1200. You guys know I love that bike. I was looking at a GSA Adventure, BMW GSA, the 1250. Let's sit right over here. Alright, so I first saw this bike in about 2019, the middle, towards the end of 2019. Oh, I dragged the pipe, that's what I dragged. Oh yeah, the pipe's lower than the floorboard, look at that. And it was my buddy's bike, man, and my buddy takes very, very good care of his stuff. He's a great mechanic. Matter of fact, a lot of guys go to him to get stuff done to their bikes. So I knew it was going to be in good shape. So I saw it out on a job. We were working a gig together, and I saw it. And I texted him the next day. I go, yo, Ben, listen. If you ever want to sell that Ultra Limited, I call Tap Tap on it, dude. I want dibs on it. And he said, okay. So last summer 2020, he said, hey, dude, I'm moving to Texas. I'll be selling the bike the first of the year. And I said, I'll take it. Long story short, here we are. I bought his 2015 Ultra Limited. It's 98%, 95% going to be used for gigs, obviously, because of the color. For those of you that don't know, I work permit enforcement and security for motion picture, television, and film in LA. And so whenever they film in Los Angeles and they're disrupting traffic or the sidewalks, or there's going to be traffic control issues, or if they're doing running shots on a trailer, any kind of filming in LA, the permit usually calls to have us there to keep the cast and crew safe, to keep the public safe. Well, on Darkness, I didn't have any lights, and it didn't really look, like the part, so this bike obviously does. So, and when I ride on my own and stuff, I'll be that guy, I'll be that douchebag that rides around on a bike that looks like a cop bike. But you know what? I really don't care. As a matter of fact, I kind of like it, because when I'm on the freeway and people see the front end here, and they see that, they'll probably notice me faster. It's all about being visible. I've always said that. So the visibility goes up with that color scheme. And then by the time they figure it out and they see the tour pack and they're like, wait a second, that's not, then it's too late. I'm already past them. So anyway, I'll tell you what. We will talk more in a minute. Right now, I got an appointment. So I will take care of business, and then I'll talk to you guys in a sec. Yeah. All right. So the meeting's done. It's been a long time. You guys gotta bear with me, man. It's been a long time since I've made videos, so I'm kind of out of practice. That's one of those things that you gotta do on a regular basis, or you kind of forget how to do it, dude. You forget how to formulate your thoughts and get them out there. But yeah, the meeting's done, and heading on back home. I forget where I left off. See what I mean? God. But anyway, yeah, this bike's equipped. I'll show you some video, some B-roll here. It's basically a work bike, but I will be using it for personal use and pleasure riding and that type of thing. But it's great because it's got all the stuff. Nice. It's got strobes. It's got the horn, and it's got the paint job, so it looks the part, and it gets people to notice me. And that's the main thing about riding motorcycles that I've always talked about, man. Is you got to be visible. You got to be visible. But so it's cool. And before anybody asks, because somebody always does, or somebody inevitably will, yes, it's legal. Yes, the lights are legal. I can use them once I'm on those gigs. You know, we're in full uniform, and you know, I can use my red and amber and clear strobe lights. I don't have any blue. That's the color that we don't use. You see, nice road glide, street glide. Oh no, that's an ultra also. I'm learning, dude. That's the one thing I got to do, man. I got to head on over. First thing I got to do is head on over to that Harley-Davidson dealership and get my hands on a doggone Harley-Davidson t-shirt, and get my hands on a chain that goes from my belt loop to my wallet. No, I don't. Yeah, you gotta look the part, dude. It's the weekend, dude, so all the big baggers are out. Nice. So you guys gotta help me come up with a name for it, dude. You know, I don't know. It'd be kind of fun. You know, got Darkness over there. And that's another thing. Darkness is going to Darkness is for sale. So if you know anybody that's interested in a 2013 Kawasaki Concourse ABS 1400 GTR, whatever you want to call it, she is for sale. And we can do some sort of shipping arrangements. You know, obviously the buyer's going to pay for the shipping and the freight or whatever, but I can arrange whatever to have it done. Get somebody to transport it to you if you live in a different state or you're somewhere else, man. We can make that happen. So I listed it for $7,000. I brought it down in price to $6,850. So that's where it's at right now. $6,800 or $6,850, or best offer. So don't lowball me. It's got a Two Brothers Racing exhaust, the Black Series. It's got a custom top box, and it has a C. Bailey, an extra large C. Bailey windscreen that we talked about it in previous videos. Well, if you're interested, hit me up, man. Send me a DM or something. I got to make room in the garage, man. I'd love to keep it, but I just don't have the room. And this is going to be my primary bike, so I don't know. What do you think, man? How about the Bacon Glide? I got a Shade Tree. You got to help me out with a name, dude. How about the Panda Express? Since it's black and white, the Panda Express, or Shamu, the Shamu Glide, Shamu Limited. Dude, I don't know. Help me think of a name, dude. A black and white Harley-Davidson. And take it easy with the donut and the bacon jokes, you pricks. I'm still getting used to the hydraulic clutch here. When we had these bikes at work, they had cable. It was a cable clutch. And so it was a lot easier to find that friction point. So I'm still getting used to it. And this is night and day different than the Concourse, obviously. So it's getting me a little bit of time to get used to that. The clutch engages a lot further out, almost all the way out. Whereas the cable clutches, and they just went back to them now in 2021 on the new big bikes. But it's a lot closer to the grip, you know. You get that friction point almost as soon as you release it, dude. It's a lot easier to do that friction point riding. And of course it helps if you're giving it a little bit more juice so it doesn't bog down like it just did. But I'm learning. I'm still getting used to the bike, dude. It's great. It's super comfortable. I like it. So that's it, man. That's the new bike. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys checking it out with me. Thanks for hanging out with me in the chat before the video for the premiere. I appreciate that. I'm back at work. Most of you guys know, especially those of you that follow me on Instagram. You guys know that I had the knee surgery, and I've been getting ready to go back to work. Well, I'm officially back at work, so that's that, man. I can actually ride again. This is great. So I hope you guys are all doing well, man. Happy New Year to you. Hopefully this year treats us better than the last one, huh? Again, thanks for watching, and welcome the new Ultra Limited, the Shamu Express, to the channel. And we'll talk more about the channel name, and it's going to change pretty soon. I'll make a separate video about that, and I'll talk to you guys. So, all right, yeah. Well, I really can't. There's a van in front of me. All right, dudes. We'll talk to you on the next one, then. Be good humans. Watch your back. We'll talk to you. See ya. Ow! Fuck! That's the one thing, dude. My Kawasaki, the Concourse, man, Darkness, hurts my knees because you're in a sport riding position, right, with your feet kind of behind your knees. So it would hurt my knees. And this thing, you're sitting straight up and down. You know, it's that cruiser position with your legs out, your feet out in front of you. But I remember now, one of the things I didn't like about these bikes is it's really hard on your lower back, man. When you hit those potholes or you hit a bump in the road, dude, it does a number on your back. What's up, buddy? Nice BMW. All right. So, yeah, anyway. All right. Like I said, we'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Watch your back. Watch your six. Be good humans. We'll see you next time. Later.